Welcome all in this lecture of statistical mechanics. In my earlier lectures, I have discussed about macro states, micro states, and the contact between the statistical mechanics and the thermodynamics. So, when we discussed about the concept of microstates, then we have introduced a symbol capital omega. So, omega is the total number of microstates for a system. Now, sometimes this capital omega is also written in terms of a symbol capital gamma or this zeta function. So, ln gamma actually is ln omega. So, this is the expression for the total number of microstates. So, ln omega, that is almost equal to capital N into ln V by H cube 4 pi me by 3n to the power 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2 into n. So, this is actually the expression for the total number of microstates for a system. Now, in this particular lecture, actually I have skipped the derivation. The content of the lecture is from the textbook of R.K. Pathria. If you go through this textbook, then you will see that there is some derivation. The derivation starts from here. Let me show you. Just from here, that is this is the total number of microstates. So, this is a long derivation. We are just skipping the derivation part, but those who are interested, you can go through the textbook of R.K. Pathria and you will see that is how you can derive the expression for the total number of microstates. So, right now we are just assuming the relation is like this, that is this is the total expression for the total number of microstates. So, if you know the total number of microstates, then from the famous Boltzmann entropic relation, which is S is equal to K ln omega. So, from that relation you can also establish the expression for entropy for a particular thermodynamical system. So, equation 21, this equation gives you the expression for the entropy. This comes from the Boltzmann entropic relation. In previous relation we have just expressed ln omega. This is the expression for the ln omega, and so from this expression, by using Boltzmann entropic relation, we have derived the expression of the entropy. Now, in this particular lecture, what we are going to show is that we will show that from the expression of the microscopic state, total number of microscopic state, that is from the expression of the omega, we can derive some important thermodynamic relation, especially for the ideal gas. That we will discuss step by step. That is, we have already discussed in our previous lecture, that is there is a very close connection between the statistical mechanics and the thermodynamics, and in this particular lecture we will show that is by using the formula of the statistical mechanics, that is the expression of the total number of microscopic states. From that particular expression we can establish different thermodynamic formulas, especially for the ideal gas. Now, you just look at the formula of S. This is the formula of the entropy. Now, you see in the right hand side there is energy. You see that inside the logarithmic expression, this is ln, means logarithmic expression, the power of E is 3 by 2. Now, from this particular expression you can also express E in terms of the entropy. You can do that. It need a 2 or more simple algebraic steps, and you all can do that. So you just what have to do, that is you have to extract E from the right hand side, and we have to express E in terms of the other terms in this equation. So if we do some more steps, then we can show that energy E, which is a function of S, V and N, that can be expressed by this particular equation. So equation 22 gives the expression of the energy for that particular thermodynamical system. So actually all this comes from the expression of the total number of microstates, because you see we have started from here actually, that is from the expression of the total number of microstates. So this is the energy. Now from this expression, that is from the expression of the energy, we can show a famous energy temperature relationship, and this question comes to your examination, that is how you can establish the energy temperature relationship from the expression of the microstates. So this is the expression of the total number of microstates. From there you have to come to the equation 22 at first. So after reaching this equation, that is from this equation, then what you have to do, you just look at this equation, that is you see this equation at first, that is S has been expressed in terms of the energy. You just right now you forget other terms, you just focus on the energy term, that is how S is expressed in terms of the energy. So you see that S actually depends on energy in this way. Rest of all the terms you just assume that they are constant, and for more simplicity what you can do, you know that logarithm of A into B is equal to log A plus log B. So here all the terms are in product form, all the terms are in product form. So what you can do is that you can separate them with the formula, that is ln A into B is equal to ln A plus B. For example, this whole term that can be written as ln V minus ln H cube plus minus ln 3n to the power 3 by 2 plus ln 4 pi m to the power 3 by 2 plus ln e to the power 3 by 2. In this way, that is all the terms you can separate by using the formula, that is ln A, B, C, D, etc. is equal to ln A plus ln B plus ln C and so on. So if you separate them, then by simplicity we just written in this way, that is S is equal to nk ln e to the power 3 by 2 plus other terms. A and B will be other terms, and we are not interested in those terms, so they will be constant, some constant terms. So what you have to do, you have to use this particular formula, and you have to express entropy in terms of energy only, and all other terms we will write in this way, that is A plus B and so on. We are not interested in those terms. Now as E has power 3 by 2, so what you can do, so this you can write in this way, 3 by 2 nk ln E plus A and B. Now in the previous lecture you have established a formula, that is del S by del E, del S by del E when N and V are constant. So del S by del V is equal to 1 by T. You know the formula which you have already established in earlier lecture. So del S by del E is equal to 1 by T. Now again from the previous equation, if you estimate, that is what is del S by del E, then from the right hand side A and B are constant, because these terms either contains N or V, that means they are constant terms, so they will be 0. When you differentiate S with respect to E, these terms will be 0, and for this first term that will be 3 by 2 nk into 1 by E. Again that is equal to 1 by T, because del S by del E is equal to 1 by T, which we have already established in earlier lectures. So if you concentrate on the on this term and this term, so from these two terms we can write, that is E is equal to 3 by 2 nkt. or 3 by 2 small n into r into capital R into T. Why? Because k is the Boltzmann constant. K is equal to R by Na, where Na is the Avogadro number. So if we put k is equal to R by Na, so it will be actually capital N by small na into R by T, but capital N by small na, that we are writing as small n, where small n is the number of moles. So ultimately we have shown that is E is equal to 3 by 2 nkt or 3 by 2 nRT, that is energy temperature relationship, starting from the equation of the microstates. That is, we have used a famous relation of the statistical mechanics, but we have established a famous thermodynamical relation by using that equation of the statistical mechanics. So the conclusion is that different thermodynamic relation can be established from the concept of statistical mechanics. So this is one of them. This equation is one of them. So now we can step by step derive other important thermodynamic formulas also. For example, you just consider that is Cv, specific heat for constant volume. So Cv is equal to del E by del T. Now this is the expression of the energy, that is that we have just deduced, that is E is equal to n into 3 by 2 kt or small n into 3 by 2 RT. So if we differentiate E with respect to T, then we can show that is Cv will be 3 by 2 capital N into K, and if we put K is equal to R by Na, just we have shown, so that will be 3 by 2 into small n into R. So Cv is equal to 3 by 2 Nr or 3 by 2 Nk. Again, pressure P, pressure that can be expressed as minus del E by del V. That equation we have already discussed in our earlier lecture, that is pressure can be expressed as minus del E by del V. You just see in our earlier lecture we have deduced that, that is pressure can be expressed as minus del E by del V. You see here we have shown that pressure here. If you listen my earlier lecture, there I have discussed that is some important thermodynamic relation that will be used in the subsequent lecture. So these thermodynamic relations are very important. So actually pressure that can be expressed in terms of the entropy and in terms of energy as well. So here pressure has been expressed in terms of energy, but pressure can also be expressed in terms of entropy as well. Similarly, chemical potential mu that can be expressed in terms of entropy, and chemical potential that can also be expressed in terms of energy. So these relations are very important. Now again we just come to the point, that is pressure is equal to minus del E by del V. So as E can be expressed in this fashion, that is equation 22. This is the expression for the energy E, and by using this expression you see that in the right hand side there is V and other terms are constant. When we will use this expression, you see that is P is equal to minus del E by del V, then N and S they are constant. So what you have to do, you have to use this expression. You have to use this expression, and from this expression you have to derive this important thermodynamic relation, that is pressure is equal to 2/3 of E by V, and you have to take N and S, they are constant. So how to show that? Here I have shown that. You see that this is the expression of the energy that is written in the textbook. So in the right hand side there is V to the power 2/3. So E depends on V, but other terms are constant. So all other terms I am writing as capital A, where A is the rest of all the terms. So E is equal to A divided by V to the power 2/3. Now what is pressure? Pressure is equal to minus del E by del V, where N and S are constant. So you just differentiate the right hand side. So the right hand side will be like that. From that formula, this minus term and v to the power 2/3, that will go to the numerator with v to the power minus 2 by 3. So minus 2 by 3, then v to the power minus 2 by 3 minus 1, and a will be there. A is constant. So ultimately this term can be written as 2 by 3 into a by v to the power 2/3 into 1 by v. Now what is a by v to the power 2/3? That is again e. So this a by v to the power 2/3 I am writing as e. So p is equal to 2/3 of e by v. So here we have established this important thermodynamic relation from the concept of statistical mechanics. So that is, we are using a formula of the basically the microscopic states, but step by step we are deriving some important thermodynamic formulas. For example, at first we have derived that is E is equal to 3 by 2 nkt. Now we have shown that is P is equal to 2/3 of E by V. This is another formula of the thermodynamics. Now we know that you again see the next formula, that is, suppose E is equal to 3 by 2 nkt, that we have derived. E is equal to 3 by 2 nkt, here we have derived already. E is equal to 3 by 2 nkt, and now we have derived P is equal to 2/3 of E by V. Now for E, you just write the expression of the E. E is equal to 3 by 2 into nkt. So 2 by 3, here 2 by 3, then 1 by V, and now you write the expression of E. E is equal to 3 by 2 nkt. So you are writing 3 by 2 nkt. So this after simplification becomes n by v into kt. Again k is equal to r by na. So n by v into r by na into t. So p into v, if v goes to the left hand side, p into v is equal to small n r into t, where small n is equal to capital N by capital Na, that is Avogadro number. So by using this two relation which we have derived, that is, first relation is E is equal to 3 by 2 nRT, and the second one is P is equal to 2 by 3 E by V. So we are just using these two relation. By using these two relation, what we have derived, that is PV is equal to nRT. This is the famous ideal gas law. So this is another important thermodynamic relation. So just you are seeing that step by step we are deriving important thermodynamic relations by using a formula of the statistical mechanics. That formula is basically the expression of the total number of microstates. So here we have established the ideal gas equation. Now another equation we will show, that is now we will use the specific heat at constant pressure Cp. Specific heat at constant pressure. In our earlier lecture we have discussed that is Cp, expression of the specific heat Cp, that is equal to del H by del T. You have read this particular expression in your thermodynamics classes. We all know that Cp can be expressed as del H by del T, and in our earlier lectures also we told that is this expression will be used in subsequent lectures. So those are very important. So this is the expression of the Cp, that is del H by del T. Now what is H? Capital H. H is equal to E plus PV when N and P are constant. Capital H means E plus PV. Now what is E plus PV? E is equal to 3 by 2 nRT. We have derived that, and PV is equal to nRT. Just we have derived that. So ultimately E plus PV means actually 5 by 2 nRT. This is the expression of H or enthalpy. So Cp equal to del H by del T or del T of 5 by 2 nRT, that means 5 by 2 nR. So the expression of the specific heat at constant pressure Cp is equal to 5 by 2 nR, but Cv is equal to 3 by 2 nR. Just quite previous steps we have derived, that is Cv is equal to 3 by 2 nR, and here we have derived that is Cp is equal to 5 by 2 nR. Now we can calculate the ratio of the specific heat, that is gamma. So gamma will be Cp by Cv, that is equal to 5 by 3. So you see that is we have already derived so many thermodynamical relations. Now suppose that the gas undergoes an isothermal change of state, that is T constant and N constant. Now according to equation 23 means this equation, you see that this equation, that is E depends on T only, energy E that depends on T only. So the total energy of the gas would remain constant. Why? Because T is constant. As T is constant, so energy is also constant, because energy depends on the temperature. But for isothermal change, temperature constant and number of particles are also constant. So according to 26, pressure would vary inversely with volume. 26 means that is ideal gas law. PV is equal to nRT. PV is equal to constant. Ideal gas law means PV is equal to constant, or we can also say from the concept of Boyle's law, that is pressure would vary inversely with volume. The change in the entropy of the gas will be, if we use equation 21, that is the expression for the entropy. You see this is the expression of the entropy. This is the expression of the entropy, and in the right hand side we have already told, that is capital N is constant. Here capital N is constant and T is constant and E is constant. So what are the constant terms? You just again look, that is capital N is constant, and here energy is constant, temperature is also constant. So what is varying? Actually V. So you just ignore all other terms and you just concentrate on the volume term, because rest of all other terms are constant. Then if you calculate the change of entropy between the initial state I and the final state F, then what will happen? As all other terms are constant apart from the volume, then if you use the equation 21, then if we subtract SF minus SI, then it will be only NK ln Vf by Vi, because all other terms will be cancelled out. So SF minus SI will be NK ln Vf divided by Vi. On the other hand, if the gas undergoes a reversible adiabatic change of state, then S equal to constant and N is equal to constant. At that time, using equation 22 and 23, we can say, you see equation 22 and 23 again, then it will be clear. So here you see that is energy proportional to V to the power minus 2 by 3, and as energy is proportional to temperature, energy and temperature is proportional, so that is why we can also say that is temperature also vary as V to the power minus 2 by 3. So this thing is very important, you just carefully note it, that is energy E is proportional to the V to the power minus 2 by 3. Temperature is also proportional to the V to the power minus 2 by 3. That we are saying actually. That is energy and temperature would vary as V to the power minus 2 by 3. So how the pressure will vary? How the pressure will vary? You see that energy that is varying as V to the power minus 2 by 3. Now we have established a relation, that is P is equal to 2/3 E by V. We have established that is P is equal to 2/3 E by V. Now energy proportional to V to the power minus 2 by 3. So pressure will be proportional to the E by V, because P is equal to 2/3 E by V. So pressure proportional to the E by V. Now E varies as minus 2 by 3. You just write here, that is P proportional to the V to the power minus 2 by 3 divided by V. That means ultimately pressure varies as V to the power minus 2 by 3 minus 1. That means P proportional to the V to the power minus 5 by 3, or we can write P into V to the power 5 by 3 is equal to constant. So we have established the variation of pressure with the variation of the volume by using this energy expression. We have started from this expression. We told that from this expression energy varies as V to the power minus 2 by 3. So now we have used P is equal to 2 by 3 into E by V. So as E varies as V to the power minus 2 by 3, so pressure should vary in this fashion, that is P proportional to E by V, or pressure proportional to the V to the power minus 2 by 3 minus 1, or P proportional to the V to the power minus 5 by 3, or P V to the power 5 by 3 is equal to constant. So we have established that is P V to the power 5 by 3 is equal to constant. Now what is 5 by 3? That is actually gamma. We have established, so P V to the power gamma is equal to constant, and in the same manner we can also establish that is T V to the power gamma minus 1 is equal to constant. So these relations are actually the famous PV relation and TV relation for the adiabatic process. So step by step we have derived different thermodynamic relation. We have started from the famous ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to nRT. We have also established the equation of state, that is P is equal to 2/3 E by V. We have established the specific heat at constant volume CV. Then we have established Cp. Then we have estimated the value of the gamma. Then we have established that famous TV relation and PV relation for the adiabatic process. But we have actually used the expression of the microstates omega. From there only we have established different thermodynamic relation. So the essence of this lecture is that by using the concept of statistical mechanics or using the basic relation, basic expression of the microscopic states, we can establish important thermodynamic relations. I hope you all have understood the lecture, and those who want a further discussion, I request them to go through the textbook of R.K. Pathria, and I also thank you all for listening my lecture.